welcome everyone to Miss SL 2015 and today to the 5th live Runway challenge. Today we are in the most majestic opera house of the Rose Theatre at the Angel Manor estate. And here next to me is sitting Bonifacio. Bonifacio, we are alone today.
Oh my God, Marcus, no. When I did hear that it was only you and me, I was thinking like, oh my God, what are those people doing to us? Because we have, I think, the toughest challenge of all.
Not only this, it is also a very special challenge to me. I think you will remember the Kata challenge, 2014, October 2014.
Oh yeah, I still remember that one. Oh yeah.
That was for Miss Virtual World, and Frolic invited me that time for the first time as judge here at the Rose Theatre. And that was a very exciting event for me, not only because I didn't know what to expect. It is also that I'm very close with the Rose Theatre, and due to the fact I actually live here. I went this morning by feet. I walked from my apartment over here to the Rose Theatre.
Hey, so this time no car, huh?
No car, no. But it was, yeah. So I'm actually at home.
Lucky you. You can feel at home, so no nurse for you there. Haha. No. Marcus, did you see this here? What a view we have. What? Oh my God.
We have the very best view, actually. We are sitting here in one of the VIP boxes and directly at the stage. And, well, we have to expect something very, very interesting, I have to say, because we do have a special challenge called the Pierrot challenge. Maybe since you have been the one who suggested that, maybe you want to explain that.
Well, I did see that those pictures. I was looking at pictures and I was like, which styling? Because everyone knows I like black and white, and I was looking and I was like, oh my God, this should be so interesting. Well, I think it's different because this time they can go, well, not like a clown, but they have to think not to overdo it, but still add some ideas to it that make them special. So I think it's going to be very interesting today.
I think so too. But I added something to the challenge, and that was that they have to use a third color. They do not have to use 4 colors or 2 colors. They have to use exactly 3 colors. And I personally hope, especially for the poses, I mean for the styling as well, but I told the ladies that I would love to see that they try to tell us a story. I think that is a very good opportunity with this challenge. And so I really hope that we see something very fabulous here.
Well, let me tell you, I hope the same thing, because maybe to some it seems easy, but to match all those items together, I think that is a real challenge.
It is indeed, and you see me totally formal here sitting in my tuxedo, because I did not have any idea, but I also pay respect to the opera house, to the creation here from Kaya Angel. With that, I would like to introduce you our sponsors. That is for one, you, Boni, with AIM Productions. That is Celestina's Weddings. That is Shop Sui Couture Jewelry. That is Cree-Style. That is again you, Boni, with .b Fashion. That is Eclipse Magazine. That is Egoisme Milano and G. And Innovare Magazine and Clini. This is Models Magazine. This is again you, Boni. Moondance Boutique. and Mua, your makeup addiction, Tashi, and the particulars. And last but not least, we would like to mention a special sponsor for today's event, Mr. Kaya Angel, owner, designer, and builder of the Rose Theatre, the Angel Manor, and also the person responsible for building this beautiful stage. Thank you, Kaya, for always supporting us. We invite everyone to explore the Rose Theatre after the show and also the Angel Manor, as they are, without a doubt, one of the most magnificent venues in SL. Do not miss this opportunity to tour this fabulous one-of-a-kind masterpieces.
And just don't come in Marcus' home. Or, well, Marcus, I'm going to put a reward out. Who can find Marcus' home here?
Also, it is actually not so difficult, but I have a security orb there. But if you are asking kindly, I certainly will turn it off. Oh, by that, I remember there was a video recording last days, and my apartment actually gets shown, I think, next week at Tree TV.
God, you sound really, really popular now, Marcus.
Oh, well, okay. That is for a TV show. They are going to feature the Angel Manor, and my apartment, I have to say, is one of the most beautiful here at the Manor. And so I've been asked, and why not? Boni, would you do the honor and tell us who are the judges today?
Oh yeah, I would. I'm just saying it up front. If I say the names wrong, don't shoot me. I'm just from Belgium. First off, we have Anne Martens, CEO and Chief Designers for Dulce Secrets. We have Kylie Sabra, CEO and Chief Designers of Sabra Art Gallery. We have Luana Barzane, CEO and Chef Designer for Amarella Manga. We have Mangisa Denver as Professional Photographer. We have Shine Mesmer, CEO and Chief Designer for Glitter. We have Skip Staheli, Professional Photographer. We have Sonata Morales, owner of Sonata Morales. We have Suki Rexon, owner of Models Workshop. And of course we have Takuya Jin, CEO and Chief Designer for Gabriel. And we would like to thank them for assisting with today's event, because it's a real honor to have them here. And of course we don't want to start this event by thanking our audience, not only the people right here, but also on the live stream at the moment. And thank you all for your amazing and we appreciate your support.
It's getting really full here. Oh my god. There is coming Mrs. L. Angola, Bloody Mistress Serenity. Mrs. L. Angola, inspiration for today's challenge was the original visual of Pierrot, a character in contemporary popular culture who was in love with Columbine, who breaks his heart and leaves him for Harlequin. Pierrot is seen as a fool, naive, but also whimsical, distant, and unaware of reality. Serenity's look is inspired by the pure and true love of Pierrot for Columbine. She's also a classic dreamer, naive and romantic, and she tried to put those feelings into her styling today. With a hint of eccentricity and the mixture of white, black, and red, she created a unique and peculiarly, oh my god, I don't know that word, sorry. Look, with a little touch of avant-garde and circus fashion. And I think she did that well.
Yeah, it's amazing what she did here. And I don't know if you can see it, but her pants is almost like she's a chameleon in the stage.
Oh
you
yes,
see that?
Is this stage? Yeah,
yes.
Sure.
But I really like it. And there you have your third color, the red.
Yes.
I think here is the next already. That is Miss Australia, Sakura Sugar Plum. And Miss SL Australia said she was inspired by the twin aspects of Pierrot. There is the tragic Puglisi his grief behind his painted mask, with no hint to his pain except a solitary tear. But there's also the mischievous harlequin who acts as the passion and muse for creativity even today.
And I think this looks very fierce, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I was just coming in, and yeah, it does. And it's strange. Do you see the gloves?
Yes.
I can see through them. Maybe it's my viewer, but I can see right through them.
I can see through them too.
Oh, okay. It says, in this spirit of duality and imagination, Miss SL Australia has looked outside the traditional concept of clothing and torn up the Victoria parasol from boudoir to repurpose as her tutu. Maybe this Pierrot put her trust in the wrong man one time too many and is hoping the dignity of the rose-strewn umbrella that can provide shelter for the earth from her tears. Aha! She used the umbrella to make her skirt.
Oh, wow. And there comes the next, that is Miss SL Austria. Miss SL Austria was inspired by Christian Dior Fall-Winter Collection Haute Couture Fashion Week 2011 and 2012. It was the first Dior Couture collection without Galliano at the helm for 15 years, and while Galliano elements were at play, the riot of color, the explosion of fabrics in Pierrot themed black and white final bell gowns, and the interplay of contrasting textures and motifs, the man's signature touch was lacking. There was taffeta galore, layered in multiple tiers on candy-colored tops, skirts, and elaborate cascading frocks, which also paid homage to Commedia dell'arte's Pierrot, down the rough and spotty head modeled by Carly Kloss.
We have Miss SL Belgium on stage now, Misondite Romano, and she said she thought that there is no so much sadness in Pierrot. She wanted to add color to dry the tears that Pierrot always has on his face, the bearer of distant stories and tormented souls, a mask that hides 1,000 lives.
I think this looks cute. Some sort of...
Well, and she did add some more color. She did add, what are those, tulips in the hair? Oh, look.
Yes, oh!
A violin. I think she's playing for you, Marcus.
Oh, how nice. I would love to hear if it's playing something. Very great.
Oh, look at that!
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. A great idea.
Yeah, that was a great touch, yes.
Who's there? That is Mrs. L. Brazil, Naomi Gardner. Mrs. L. Brazil styling reflects the traditional carnival with a very dramatic side of the theater arts. She features the Pierrot character, who is usually depicted wearing long white robes, sometimes half black, with a white face and a tear drawn below the eyes. And she presents and calls character Pierrot Brazilian. Miss SL Brazil expresses her feelings through this outfit in the colors red, which represents the passion of art, the black, which depicts the dramatic side, and the white, which illustrates peace are stoves floating around her to bring to the world a bit of culture and world peace to all human rights. Art is important to be read and interpreted and assists the way each actor, actress senses his or her message through every theatrical spectacle. The Miss SL 2015 candidates seek today to bring this beautiful and wonderful experience to you.
And this, I think, is, yes, Miss SL Canada, Sydney Ashbourne. And Miss SL Canada's inspiration is the character Harlequin, who was most well known of the zany or comic servant characters from the Italian Commedia dell'arte. Harlequin is characterized by his costume. His role is that of a light-hearted, nimble, and astute servant, often acting toward the plans of his masters and pursuing his own love interest. Colombina with the wit and resourcefulness, often competing with the sterner and melancholic Pierrot. Oh my god, you see, I need to have my tongue written in double laces or something to get this all out. She has also selected the wind-up marionette as part of her theatrical display. 3 operas were specifically composed for marionettes. Lewis Carroll composed marionette operas and plays for his siblings' entertainment. Today in Salzburg, in Austria, the Salzburg Marionette Theater still continues the tradition of presenting full-length opera using marionettes in their own purposely built theater. The wind-up key in the back is a symbol indicating that we should never give up on our hopes and dreams and feel as if we are winding down.
I think this is very creative to make this looking like, what is the name? I don't get the word. Like a marionette, yes.
Yeah. And she has that key, it turns at the back.
Hmm.
Oh, look.
Oh, look. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she needs to be wind up
Very
again.
good.
Someone wind her up. It's nicely touched.
And there comes Miss SL China, Susie 49 Albatross. Miss SL China is wearing hair from Zipstar, a dress from Alisa Caru and Topacia, and the jewelry is from Solidea.
I think we have seen that skirt
Yes,
a few minutes ago.
we did. I thought so too. Mhm.
Well, you know, the Zipska hair is in today. I
Absolutely.
think this is the second model as well that is wearing this hairstyle.
And she does very extraordinary hairstyles.
Oh yes, yes. Well, Marcus, may I tell you a little secret? Shh.
No,
There are 33 people listening to us.
Oh my god. Really?
I was like a little bit more nervous. Well, actually 34 now.
Oh my god, he was kidding me before the show. Are you nervous? Are you nervous? I said, yes, I am. Because it is normally we do have Sophia Jage with us, who's moderating the show, and she's very good with this. I don't know how she's doing that. I can't do it. I'm not so focused like
Well,
she
you know,
is.
it helps. It helps also if English is your first language.
Yeah, that's
Then
for-
you're not so nervous as well. Yeah.
Right.
And I think this is Miss SL Cypress on stage,
Mhm.
Kim Rongu. Pierrot character is known around the world and whose origins are in the late 17th century from an Italian troupe of players who performed in Paris known as a Commedia Italienne. He was often seen as a lonely fellow, suffering and brimful of reflective sensitivity. His only friend, the distant moon upon which he often gazed longingly. And she's wearing the moon.
Yeah.
Pierrot is a symbol of not only highly sophisticated art, but also a symbol of innocence and trust, emotions that without which humanity would be much the poorer. With this in mind, Mrs. L. Cypress created a style based on these characteristics and special touches. The gown consists of parts taken from three different designer gowns. The skirts retextured to match the red jewelry, and the overall style is inspired by a collection by Yves Saint Laurent. And the moon is also textured by Miss Cypress.
Mhm. And there is Miss SL France, Laity resident, and she's writing Mrs. L. France was inspired by the song of her childhood, Pierrot in the Moonlight, and by beautiful music boxes. I think we know what she means. I think everyone has the picture in mind where the Pierrot sits in the moonlight. I like this.
Well, I was about to say, the pink color really looks beautiful with this.
Mm-hmm.
And the notes and the violin on the, what is that, wings?
And
Yeah, they're wings.
she combined and associates the colors of black, white, and pink with a softer appearance. Mrs. L. France says ballerinas take her back to her childhood, and she recalls the music boxes that she spent evenings listening to as they rocked her gently souvenir treasures. So we know what the music notes are about. And she modified the hair, the collar, the wings, and the accessories by her own. And I think she did well.
Yes, this really looks great. I love this. I really love it. And especially when you see all the red stylings and now pink, really.
Yes, it's different. Hmm? Oh, she has also a key in the back.
And this is Eva Maidenwald, Miss SL Greece.
No, that is wow.
Pierrot is a character of contemporary popular culture who is portrayed as a sad clown, pining for the love of Colombine, who usually breaks his heart and leaves him for Harlequin. Mrs. L. Greece chooses to focus her style around that of a clown's broken heart with her single ruby red teardrop. In today's society, Pierrot is no longer just a sad clown looking for a lost love, but it is instead seen as a fashion challenge, using Pierrot as motivation to design around.
She did have an idea there.
Yeah. She takes this fashion styling challenge as a part of her red dress with a Pierrot bow replacing the traditional ruffle. She adds a final touch to honor the environment of today's challenge by being held in the Rose Theatre with a red rose headpiece.
Mrs. L. Hawaii presents today her original version of Pierrot. She wanted to depict the dreamy side of Pierrot as part of a theatrical style and burlesque. Dreamy and poetic, she wanted to convey all of this in her outfit. Mrs. L. Hawaii kept the white and black colors, representing for her the Pierrot character in all of his splendor. She added the golden side to bring a touch of chic to her outfit. And to be honest, I think she nailed it.
Yes, this is really chic. Look at that. Well, she's holding also a mask.
Yeah, I saw that.
She did take her off her mask. Yes.
That was nice.
And I think we have now Miss Ezel Guyana Ivania Zondi. And she says the character of Pierrot of Pierrot has evolved through time. She chose to show a mixture of these depictions, the large color due to the early Pierrot costuming, and this character was originally shown with a large frilly collar and her oversized clothes. The hat is a symbol of the melancholy that is seen in more decent depictions of Pierrot. She's also wearing a single red rose. And she moves a little bit closer to the audience, I see. Pierrot is a lovable yet tragic figure that has captured the hearts of many.
This looks very elegant. I like what she has on her head.
Yes, I was about to say that. Did you see the hat piece?
Yes.
That looks great. I like that. Okay, I think I definitely need to rob her at the back there, jump on her, and grab it off her head. No, I'm not Carolyn O'Hare. No.
I was about to say that.
I did hear you thinking. I was like, nah, I'm not.
Okay, who have we here? Mrs. L. India. What is that? I can look through her.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god, Marcus, she has your bed slippers on.
Yes. Okay, then let me look. Mrs. L. India wanted to be unique, perspective, and dangerous. As a Pierrot, she wanted her three colors to be black, white, and red. Black for dark puzzles, white for the good heart, and red for the interesting attraction. Most of the time, a Pierrot character may look crazy, and her shoes represent the funny way of thinking of Pierrot.
See, told you.
But I like that she did that very well.
Yeah. Well,
How
you
did
know,
she do
Marcus.
that? Oh my god.
Well, I think that is a skin with partially an alpha layer.
Oh my god. That's really interesting. And there is Mrs. L. Indonesia, Mio Lynette. And Mio Pierrot says, Mrs. L. Indonesia got her inspiration from the card The Seven of Clubs. Pierrot played cards every day on his journey and picked a card every morning to tell his fortune of the day. One day he picked the Seven of Clubs, which means very fortunate, very lucky. He smiled at the card and thought it will be a good day today. At night, he performed at the circus. Everyone will never forget that performance. He received a lot of applause and tips as well. He became famous, so he smiled. I'm lucky as the card represents, but his lover, a trapeze artist, fell down from her swing because he gazed at the performance. He totally forgot about another meaning of the card, but he would get a trouble with his loved one. The blue corset and collar that Mrs. L. India wears today represents Pierrot's sadness. Oh, that is, I just got goosebumps from the story. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that story, that's true.
And Mrs. L. Indonesia, the hat is modified by herself. And also the cards she's holding. I think this is totally different again, because we have blue here.
Yes. Yeah. That looks directly completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is Miss Italy, Australia Milandrovic. And this pure version of the classical character. The feminine touch is predominant, with sexy heels and corset and with strings and bows. As an Italian, Mrs. L. Italia researched the history of this mask that was born in her country, and also took inspiration from the art pop cover done by Lady Gaga, inspired by Pierrot. The three colors used are black, white, to follow the tradition, and yellow, because it's the color par excellence combined with the third chakra. An imbalance of this chakra leads to the classical Pierrot melancholy mood.
Australia never disappoints, and now yellow. Before it was blue, now it is yellow. I hope we see more colors even.
And the puppet cross is made by her, it seems. Also the color and the skirt and the makeup are all from her, and she modified the hair.
Wow. Oh my God, these ladies have really some skill, don't they?
Well, I think as a model and as a miss, I think you should be able to create stuff.
Yeah.
Modify all those things.
Okay, and here is Mrs. L. Japan, Shinobu Ismail. And Mrs. L. Japan thought about the color scheme and features of the clown. She added a vivid red in monotone and chose how the image would stand out. She modified the skirt. It now represents a strong and more monotone image. She had an image of a clown in the movies. Some clowns can be scary and many are sad. Mrs. L. Japan has styled a cute, fashionable image.
But what I've noticed with the colors, the color scheme is like they're almost looking like a chameleon out there. We have to take a very close look to see where they are and how they're doing.
I've really the
she's
impression.
got a heart.
I've really the impression that I should not have mentioned the colors in the styling challenge, but I think we're definitely seeing some very great things here.
And I think we have now Miss Kazakhstan, Yuriak. Her inspiration is based on a modern Pierrot, preserving the classics of the character. She remembers the melancholy. She has a naivety in her otherworldly. She was the one left by Colombine for Harlequin. And she's got a really, really, really white face.
Mm-hmm. But she's also bearing the poses. I like that. It is what I have hoped that they dare poses for this particular challenge.
And she continues with, however, times are tougher now, and Pierrot does not have any time to feel the way he did centuries ago. He requires a harder edge, not sinister, but a stronger style. Despite his faith, the character of Pierrot is trusting and proves to be naive, moonstruck and distant to reality. And her other things were exclusive for this challenge and retextured.
And that is Mrs. El Monaco's Tregavento. And she's wearing a top by Solidea and a skirt by Sadi, by Zipska. And the red balls in the flowers are actually from another outfit she added there. Nice. By that, I have to say we have been guests for the last 2 weeks here at the Angel Manor already, and we did have the personal live interviews with the candidates. And you have been judged, Bonnie. How did you see the 2 weeks with the candidates?
Well, I was surprised by some of them.
Yes, me too.
Didn't even really, not know. But now, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a great opportunity to get the candidates to know. And oh my God, we have sat here hours for hours. I can really say.
Yeah, I was about to say it's almost my home now.
Yes.
And I think this is Miss SL Netherlands, the Omena resident. And she created a female version of Pierrot, expressing mixed feelings to know that the heart of his beloved Colombina belonged to Harlequin. She had left town, left with him. Abandoned Pierrot with so much love and pain in his chest that Miss SL Netherlands chose the red, black, and white, and combined several designers, creating an impressive outfit to represent the character. She also combined the makeup with a teardrop representing the suffering of Pierrot.
Okay, that is a bit different now, but I like it. It's very elegant. And the makeup is different.
Yes, it's almost looking like it's an angry Pierrot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you did hurt me for the last time. But it looks good.
Yes, it does. Makes sense from bottom to top. That is Mrs. L. Norway, Vivian Darcy. And wow. Mrs. L. Norway presents the female alter ego of Pierrot, Pierrette. These characters were precursors to the modern clown. Pierrette, a naive romantic, evokes images of comedy, dance, theater, and the circus. And that is actually why I liked your idea so much, Bonifacio. Because Pierrot, really, you can express so much with it. It is not only circus, it is arts, it is theater, it is dance, it is storytelling, it is much more than some may think. And Mrs. L. Norway channels these influences in her styling today. Scattered throughout the styling are influences from the characters in the Commedia dell'arte. The powdered face, the ruff, the oversized buttons or baubles, and the simplicity of textures. Pierrot's marionette strings reflect how easily she dances to the tune of others, especially in affairs of the heart. Her hair pays homage to the origin of the role, dating back to as early as the 17th century, and her ballet dress, as well as her runway movements, are a nod to the great ballerina Anna Pavlova, who danced the role. Oh my God.
But this is, I think, Gigi Ragu? Yes, it's Iceland. And she was inspired that the Pierrot character came in all different styles, and he was always in a show while wearing different masks and makeup, happy or sad. He could show his emotions through the masks and performances. Her inspiration is through her love of music. Anytime people listen to music, it gives them either joy or sadness. But we all feel emotion from music, no?
That's true.
Success is no accident. It is hard work, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing. And it's true what she says. Music means so much.
Yeah. So true. All right. There is Miss S.L. Puerto Rico. Precise Fryman. And I love it. Let me see what she's saying. Mrs. L. Puerto Rico was inspired by heartbreak. Every night she wistfully dreams of her lover, while he, tired and bored of her personality, left her for Harlequin, a more colorful but superficial love. Abandoned, without love, always faithful to that sadness, keeping her feelings hidden to everyone else except for that single tear on her face. And I have to say, I like this. It's very well put together, and then I have to say, oh my God, she did a lot.
Yes, she did. Hear what she all did, and I think she basically recolored, retextured everything.
Like everything?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything I think except for the shoes. All the rest she retextured.
Oh my God.
And now we have Miss SL South Africa, Lisa Kaddour resident, in her own interpretation of the Pierrot character. She's playing with the combinations of the colors black, white, and red, and lace fabrics, extremely high heels, featuring the classic Pierrot pale face makeup, with a tear of sadness, and being presented as a puppet with her strings ready for you to play with this intriguing character. Yeah, you know, this styling challenge gives you so much opportunity to do something different with your posing.
Yeah. And they did it.
Not the usual things, and look, it looks from a string.
I wouldn't even know where to find such poses, to be honest. They're very interesting poses. Not to use in the daily business, but for such a styling challenge, yes, that makes absolutely sense. And they did it. Absolutely.
Yes, yes, that's so true. Because yeah, as you said before, they had to express everything in their posing, and I think that's what we are seeing now.
Yes, yes. Like I wrote in the styling challenge, they had to tell a story, and that is what they are doing here. Very great. And there is Miss SL Spain, Narexen. And she has been inspired by the Commedia dell'arte, fusing the characters of Pierrot, Polichinella, Corviello, and Colombina. She has created a catacha and given it a bold and avant-garde touch of her concept of Pierrot fashion. Well, I have to say that is a task. And, well, she edited the mesh corset by herself, and the earrings, and the hair. And what do you think, Boni?
Well, honestly, I like it, and I don't know, but don't you? Is it corset with the facet? I mean, the skirt with the facets from her, made by her?
I would think so, yes.
Because it looked, yeah, it's original to see a skirt with faces like that. This is Miss S. Moligia. She is pale with a heart-shaped mouth. Her face is tear-streaked. She walks alone. She's sad. She fell in love with the moon. And suddenly, before the melancholy and sadness take over, she sees on the ground, hidden by the shadows, the slender bird body wounded. She kneels with compassion. She captures the sweet creature, lying lifeless after a long flight. She takes it in her hands. The delicate bird, he was unconscious, but now he's feeling better. The bird is happy and jumps on the Pierrot's head. And Pierrot shy smiles. Look, I think there's something. Look, she's doing
Oh my
it.
god.
She's taking care of the bird. Look.
Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Yes. What I wanted to say is that makeup that let her look really sad. And this is touching. I like that. Very nice.
And she says, I say to you, you have wanted to wear the mallow honey, but sooner or later the tear will disappear. You know, no one can have the moon, but you have the forever without limitations.
Wow.
I think we have Miss USA over there.
Yes, Treaty Graves. And this is, again, totally different, because she's using completely other colors. I don't see anywhere white or black. So let's see. Miss SL USA's inspiration for this challenge are the ballerina and puppet dolls. There we go. Sweet controlled innocence is the key to this look. Caged in her steel top as her master pulls the strings, Miss SL USA has a fresh and contemporary feel in her styling. All the while, she maintains her doll-like innocence in the soft coloring and flouncing skirts. Every movement is controlled by her puppeteer, even as she ages to cut the strings and dance her way across the runway. I love that here are totally different colors. And she has edited the skirts and the jewels.
And next up, we have my second home country, Miss SL Venezuela, like a resident. Miss SL Venezuela shows up as today Pierrot Haute Couture black and white, inspired by the interior of the human being, from Melancholians. Where despite the ingenuity of the costume and makeup that we wear at any occasion of life, the truth of the human being is her search for love is not to be overcome by fear. This is an essential part of an elegant woman and a dreamer like Miss SL Venezuela herself. And her top she created herself with masks she bought. She created a top.
I was looking at that too.
Well, Marcus, what can I say?
But I like what you did with the hair.
Yeah, I like it.
And there is Mrs. L Vietnam. Mrs. L Vietnam, Rihanna Sejan. As we all can see, our judges will have a very hard work ahead with this styling challenge today. She got her inspiration for today's styling from the clown and the girl who held sadness in her heart. She was tightrope walking and aiming to be the star of the circus. But one day she missed her footing with the rope. Unfortunately, a lifeline was cut and she fell to the ground. She sustained a compound fracture and was never able to walk on the tightrope again. She then chose to become a clown because she had lived and been a part of a circus life since she was small and did not know how to live anywhere other than at a circus. She loved beautiful things and wanted to wear beautiful things on her body whenever possible. Mrs. L Vietnam now becomes a clown and always decorates with many flowers.
And there we have Miss SL Mexico. Here it is. She was having difficulties, but here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Miss SL Mexico was inspired by Whitney Newman. Her costume plus fashion designs in her senior portfolio, Pierrot, with the Pierrot mood board as a texture, is in her hat and skirt as Miss SL Mexico uses Mrs. Newman's Pierrot figures as a styling. Well, she recolored the texture. Also, the head was made by her, the necklace was made by her, and the makeup was specially made for her. My God, Marcus, you know, those poor judges. My God.
Yeah. They have really a difficult task today. I mean, the last challenges have been difficult already, and I've tried to push it that way. Remember the Chinese Empress challenge, or then the Devil Wears Prada challenge. That was all very interesting already, but this, oh my God, I'm really, really stunned by what we have seen so far, and wow, they have nailed it completely.
Yes, I must say, if you see that, I get the feeling that they're pushing it each time higher and higher, and that makes me just wondering what the final is going to bring. You know?
Oh my God.
And if I think about the final, I think you must be even more nervous because, well, it's the first final.
Oh, you have no idea how nervous I am.
You know, many people think, oh yeah, I can do this. Pfft, that's nothing. I can do this.
I want
No
to
problem
see.
there.
I can say if I wouldn't have Ponchi at my side, I would not do it. Really, Ponchi is taking taking care for so much things which I wouldn't even think of. With her experience from over years, that has helped a lot for Miss SL to succeed this way, and especially to see these ladies really evolving in this challenge.
And of course, like people can see, it's just the first group that is on stage, because otherwise the stage would be crowded, so the second group will come after. But yeah, look at this. No, it's not. And while we're waiting for the second group to be on stage, I would like to say, on behalf of Marcus, of course, and of behalf of Ponchi, and each of the members of the Miss SL organization, that we would like to thank everyone that made this unique event possible.
And that is actually the reason why I wonder why I'm nervous before shows, because actually it all seems to happen just perfect and smooth, and that is the work of many who work in background. And while we are seeing the ladies once again, I would like to thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors, nothing of all this would ever be happen. And thank you for trusting and supporting us. There is AIM Productions, there is Celestina's Weddings, there is Shop Sui Couture Jewelry, Cree Style, .b Fashion, Eclipse Magazine, Egoisme Milano, G, Innovare Magazine, Keleni, Models Magazine, Moondance Boutique, Mua Your Makeup Addiction, Tashi, and The Particulars.
And of course, let's not forget the sponsor, the special sponsor for today's event, Mr. Kaya Angel, owner and designer and builder of the Rose Theater and the Angel Manor, and also the person responsible for the building of this beautiful stage. Thank you, Kaya, for always supporting us, and we invite everyone to explore the Rose Theater, of course, after the show, and also the Angel Manor, as they are without any doubt the most magnificent venues in SL. And do not miss this opportunity to tour these fabulous one-of-a-kind masterpieces. And just so everyone knows, when you're exploring it, just watch out. You might end up in Marcus' bedroom. And if you just make a picture, send it to me, and I will say, ha ha ha, someone was in your bed.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm very grateful that Kaya allowed us to have this challenge here, because like said at the beginning, it means a lot to me. Like said, it is like doing it at home, and yeah, it was a very great show. Well, I think we have seen all, and that means this 5th challenge is finished. Oh my God. Thank you all very much for joining us on the broadcast. And we have also to thank the guests who were in the audience in this marvelous theater in the Opera House. And I hope that you all join us for the grand finale on May 30th, which will be very interesting and very exciting. Bonnie?
Yes, and I would like to thank you, Marcus, for having me here and having me talk about everything here, and and give the people that are listening a challenge to get a picture of them in your bed.
Oh my God. But thank you so much, Bonnie, for broadcasting today. It means a lot that we have this opportunity to show the people without that they have to leave their homes or to go to mix in the audience. And also for providing the videos. And when you want to watch this again, watch our website. We will post it here.